Okay, so boom, this story is about an old head named Pickle who was racist as ever, how we almost got into it with the Aran Nation, and how my daddy intervened because he ended up losing something too. And the guy who was orchestrating and doing the majority of it, who is Farmer, y'all done heard me talk about Farmer before, who made probably $1 million on the compound at Northeast, and he had to pay back everything that he had been giving away because his hands was in something he had no business being in. Now, Pickle, let me describe Pickle. Pickle had asthma, so his eye, he had been poked in the eye when he was at Morgan County with my dad, so he had a little squint like this here, and listen to me, he didn't call him the C word, he referred to white folks as crunchy munch. So when he said something like everybody knew that it was a racial slur. This man despised them because of something that happened to him in his life, which led to potential, which I'm gonna explain to you. So I'm sitting down, you know what I'm saying? We playing chess, right? As we playing chess, they had just got through doing a prayer circle, you know what I'm saying? Where they prayer call, and everybody go over, you know what I'm saying? They get in a circle and they pray. Pickle looks over there. He says, "Man, I just can't. Man, them folk, and man, them people over there, they ain't no good. They ain't no good. And them brothers over there standing with them crunchy munches. They need to leave them people alone, man. That old white man gospel, man. That's just what got a lot of us lost today. That's what's got a lot of us lost today. You already moved, right? You already moved." I said, yeah, I already moved. I said, "Man, you good?" Yeah, I'm good. I just can't stand when they sit over and do that and act like, you know, them folks know what it is, them Bible thumper, they just scared here. Had they been back here, me and your daddy back in the day, they wouldn't have made it. But they do their little thing. That ain't gonna stop no predator from getting on them. Which piece did you move, little Joe? Which piece did you move? I got to watch it because you smooth like your dad on this board right here. I got to watch it. I see you like them horses too. Anybody like them horses, they know a little bit about life. But anyway, which piece, where'd you move that is, your T? I said, I'm gonna tell you because you only got one eye. Ha ha ha, you got Joe, don't you? I said, yeah, I moved right here. All right. So after they get through doing the prayer circle, one of the white dudes come over, you know what I'm saying? He watching the chess game. And he stand, where he stand at, he kind of behind Pickle. So as soon as he stand right there, I'm knowing this finna be an issue. Pickle move his piece. All right. Hey, hold on, Crunchy Munch. What you got going on? Why you standing over me for? You know, you need to move over here. You need to move over here. He sit down. The white dude moved up. I said, "Man, chill, Pickle, man." Nah, Joe T. I don't like no white man think he can stand over me like he my overseer or something. I ain't doing none of that. The white boy, he tapping in as if it's spiritual warfare. So the white boy say, "Man, God bless you, Pickle." He was like, "Man, I ain't got no problem with you." God bless. It's your move, Joe T. God bless me. Man, don't come over here with that European stuff, man. I ain't on that. You know, that's why a lot of our people lost now. You know, that Christian stuff that y'all teaching. When he say that, I'm offended, but at the same time, I ain't offended. Because I've heard several black men talk like this throughout my incarceration at this point. I be trying to understand, you know what I'm saying, where they coming from. So the white dude, he was like, why you feel like that? Whatever happened back in the day, I said, ooh, this gonna be horrible. Whatever happened back in the day, Pickle, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Me and you both, we in the penitentiary for something that we done. They locked us both up. And how much time you got, Crunchy Munch? I said, he gonna keep calling this man Crunchy Munch for real? How much time you got, Crunchy Munch? Do you know how many black people in the penitentiary that's been over sentenced? He said, "There's white people in here that got a lot of time." Yeah, all of them should have got a lot of time. But I guarantee you, statistically, it ain't as many white people that's got over sentenced and unjust sentences as black people. I'll bet you that. And then you're sitting over there with your prayer call and this and that, and you don't even understand. Matter of fact, did you know that Bible was in Ethiopia and Africa way before it got in the hands of them Europeans? Did you know that? So by the time it got in the hands of them Europeans and they did all what they was supposed to, whatever it is that they wanted to do, Then that's when he was like, I'm not even finna sit here and do this with you, man. He's like, you already done disrespect. He said, I disrespected you. I disrespect you. Your people did. He said, that's why I'm saying. That's why I said what I said. Whatever happened back in the day, that ain't got nothing to do with me. He said, I tell you what, crunch a munch. He said, why don't you go on somewhere else? Because whatever you got going on, I don't want that to rub off on me. Can you just move on? Because I don't want to get in no trouble. I don't get no right on me. Can you just move? Just get away from me and let us play this game right here. I looked at the white dude. I was like, man, bro. He was like, man, this cool, man. I ain't even tripping, man. Everybody know how Pickle be or how I be. How I be. I'm really how every black man in here should be. I said, oh my God, better as ever. So the white dude was like, you know what, you got that. He was like, yeah, go on somewhere, Crunchy, man. Go on somewhere, Crunchy, man. And he walked off. I said, man, what's up, Pickle? You good? You moved? Which piece did you move, LP? I said, I moved it right here. Oh, okay. Got to watch it. But man, I just told the truth, though, T. That Bible was over in Ethiopia and Africa way before it got over in the hands of them Europeans. And then by the time they got it and they did what they did to it, you know what I'm saying, it's got a lot of our people lost. That's the only reason why I feel how I feel. And then not only that, you know, it's a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if your dad ever told you, but by this time, my daddy coming in from work from the kitchen. When he come in, he like, oh, I go Big Joe right there. I go Big Joe. Big Joe, your dad is something else. So I turn and look, and the way my dad is striding, the bow leg done went from 7 to a 10. But it's because he feeling some type of way, and I can tell in his body language. Somebody walked up to him, hey, Big Joe, and he kind of shooed him away. When he shooed him away, he was like, not right now, man, not right now. And he walking, he taking his apron off, and he rolling the apron up, and he walking. So by the time I turn around over my shoulder, I'm looking at him, he looking at me, we looking at each other. He do me like, come here, boo, come here. So I'm like, what's going on? I said, man, I'm gonna come back and finish the game. He said, yeah, go on up there and see what's going on with your dad. Man, go on up there. Now I got one eye, but I can see something bothering me. He said, yeah, go on up there and check on your dad real quick. I'm gonna go on and sit right here. I'll wait for you, see what you're trying to do, What you say, you moved again? I said, man, it's your move. I said, man, it's my move. You already moved. I was gonna move real quick then for you. I said, man, I'll be right back. So I get up. I'm going up the steps. My daddy, he leave the door open. He see, my daddy walk in, he look back, he see, so he leave the door kind of open. So when I walk in, I said, what's up? He threw his apron down on my bunk. Don't you put your dirty apron on my bunk. I said, Dad, that smell like the kitchen right there. Ain't nobody got time for that right now, boy. Ain't nobody got time. He said, man, they just grabbed Aran. He said, man, we're coming out of the kitchen. They been down there stealing them blue packs. You don't know what them blue packs is. Let me know you ain't never been to the penitentiary. You ain't never been to the penitentiary. I advise you to never go to the penitentiary. But them blue packs, that's sugar. They been down there stealing that sugar down there. I've been done told them, folks, man, leave that stuff alone, man, or do it when there's somebody cool down here. So now when we leave, they done got in the habit of thoroughly searching us. Usually we just come out, boom, 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 they pat us down. So we coming out today, they got the green team up there. So I'm in the back. Aran come back there and he say, man, hey, Big Joe, he's like, man, you know it's almost time to go. He like, the green team, I think the green team finna be searching them. I got the Suboxones on me because I'm supposed to be selling some to somebody at the top of the hill who ain't come through, right? So I tell Aran I got the Suboxones on me. I'm like, man, and Aran like, man, just give them to me. You know what I'm saying? If I had to, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool, whatever. He's like, so I give Aran 10 Suboxones, boo. 10 Suboxones, man. I give him 10 Suboxones. It's time to leave. We lined up. They out here taking shoes off, I'm talking about they just thoroughly searching. So they get to me, I get by, I look back. I'm hoping Aran don't really secure them, right? Aran didn't even secure them. When he's saying that, I'm thinking to myself, he wondering why Aran didn't put him in the suitcase in the middle of his body. You could have secured him. He was like, man, so they search. I'm walking. And I'm looking back to see where Aran coming from, and I see they got him in jail. They got him in handcuffs, boo. So I'm saying to myself, man, I know this man didn't just put them Suboxones on. Why he didn't, you know what I'm saying? Why he didn't? And so I don't know what's going on with him. He look at where he's standing. He looking at the back window to see, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. Hey, he said, man, go over and get Tiny for me real quick. I said, all right, hold on real quick. He was like, he said, man, and watch Pickle. I said, what's up? He said, man, just watch him, man. Just watch him. I said, all right. So I popped out of the cell, like, Pickle, what's up, Joe T? What's up? What we doing? I said, here I come. Hold on 1 second. He said, all right. He said, hey, Big Joe got some bleach up there. Big Joe got some liquid bleach up there. I said, hold on, I'm going to ask him. Let me holler at Tiny real quick. So I tap him up. Hey, Tiny, man, what's going on, little Joe? I said, man, my pop said, come on, holler at him real quick. He said, all right, I'll be down there just a second. All right. So I walked back down there. When I walked back in the cell, I said, hey, Pickle want to know if you got some bleach. Got some bleach up. He said, yeah. Tell him come on up here and get it, man. Tell him come on up here. I said, what you saying watch Pickle for? He said, man, just watch him. He said, man, he'll have you in something with the white boy, man. He disrespectful. I said he was just down there doing that. And then he said something about why it got something to do with why he was locked up. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, yeah. So I stepped out of the cell. I said, hold on real quick. I stepped out of the cell. I said, hey, Pickle. He said, come on up here and get the bleach. He said, all right. He jumped up. He was like, man, they did back in the day, man, white man vehicular homicide post something, whatever. When he come up here, this ass, he was like, man. So my dad look out the back window and he see Aran walking towards the unit. He see Aran walking towards the unit. He was like, oh, they let him go. He was like, oh, they didn't take him to the hole. Here he come now. They probably been down there interrogating him, asking him a whole bunch of questions. White boys like Aran, they know what they had going on. They know they was letting other men go in the middle of the back and all this old type of stuff. They also know these type of dudes be holders. They know that stuff wasn't 9 times out of 10 wasn't his. You know what I'm saying? So he walking back to the cell. He walking back to the unit. Pickle, hey, Big Joe. I said, man, my dad said, man, pop the door. He popped the door. He walk in. Bless himself, Big Joe. Yeah, I sure need some of that bleach, man. I sure need some of that bleach. My dad said, boo, grab that bleach for him real quick. My dad first, he said, what's up, Big Joe, man? Everything good? You straight? He was like, yeah, man, everything good, man. Everything good, man. Even what about you? He said, yeah, I'm good. He said, man, I was just telling my son about you, man. He was like, yeah, I was down there a while ago, man. One of them crunchy must come down there. And one of them Bible thumpers talking all this stuff, Joe T, man, and doing this and doing that. And I told him, man, go on somewhere. Now, telling your son, I ain't know if you told him or not, right? I hand him the bleach. Man, appreciate that, little Joe. He like, man, he's like, this almost gone right here, Joe T. He said, man, go on, take the rest of it. Go on, take the rest. He said, man, tell my son what happened, man. He's like, what do you mean what happened? I said, man, I would tell my son what you locked up for so he'll know, you know what I'm saying, where you be coming from. Where I come from, what? When I'm talking about them crunchy month, he pulled out his inhaler because he got asthma, right? Man, yeah, little Joe, man. So I was a young boy, you know, my mama passed due to unfortunate, you know what I'm saying, illness, right? She died, and when she died, you know, my auntie took us in, right? And so the area where we was at, little neighborhood, so it was a guy who drive his truck out there, and everybody know he was alcoholic, he drunk, right? He come around, man, we see him coming, right, Joe T? We see him coming, everybody knew he was racist, all the black kids knew he was racist. He ain't never did nothing crazy, you know, he might throw a beer bottle or something, just call us the N-word, this and that, and drive that truck like he chasing us in the truck. But he had never did nothing to hurt nobody or nothing like that, right? He never did nothing to hurt nobody, little Joe. So, but everybody knew he was alcoholic. So my auntie go to the grocery store. She go to the grocery store. She come back from the grocery store. She bought me some of them jacks. You know, come up with the ball. You let the ball bounce, and you see how many of the jacks you can have. When then you catch the ball, right? She knew I liked them things. My brother, he take them to school and go in and be losing my pieces. So she get the ball going. I be in there with the jacks and stuff, right? I be in there playing jacks. So she forget an ingredient. So she got to run back to the grocery store. She give me a kiss on the forehead. And every time I think back at that moment, I feel like she knew something was about to happen. She said, I'm gonna run back to the store. And she kissed me on my forehead. She leave out, she run to the store. My brother, he in the front yard, he throwing football with one of his friends. And I walked to the door, you know what I'm saying, because I got them jacks. I knew he probably finna try to run in there and play and get on the jacks. So I'm standing in the doorway, watch my auntie pull out. She pulled out, Joe T, never seen again, except at the burial. That old man hit my auntie and killed her. Hit my auntie and killed her, and that's all I had, you know. And me and my brother, what we did, Yeah, you burned him alive, did. Yeah, man, he killed my auntie, and then when it came to the evidence, they didn't hit him with vehicular homicide. They said he wasn't drunk, he wasn't intoxicated. It was just so happened to be unfortunate. They ruled it like my auntie had ran into him. But the whole neighborhood knew. The whole neighborhood knew that this man was a drunk. That's all they did was ride around drunk. They knew this man hit my auntie and killed her. And they let him go. They let him go. And then you know, me and my brother did what I had to do. And then I ain't never respected the system, and I ain't never like one of them crunchy munch. And then in my head, it's going back to when he was saying what he was saying. Unjust sentences, things people do. I said, oh my gosh, still bitter and triggered. This man been locked up 25 plus years. He still feels some type of way. He just feel like it's just unjust, point blank, period. Even when it came to the Bible, when it came to the system, and when it comes to just white people in general, you can tell he had just embodied hatred and anger. He just couldn't. And I had commercial break me. I had been around a lot of black men that felt that way, especially when it comes to the system and when it comes to the word. Now, parts of me, if I'm gonna be real, parts of me wanted to accept that and embrace that reality. It was almost like it would help you cope with life, because certain things, when you look at it, it just is what it is. The system, true enough, is unjust, but statistically, you probably can prove that the system has been way more unjust towards black people. When it comes to the word, how the word has been taught, how the word was given and Americanized when it comes to European, like that it is true. When it comes to our culture and the things and who we really are, the truth is that was snatched away. It's so many of us who lost right now, and you grew up in the church. You can quote the scripture, but you haven't come to a place where you actually understand what the scripture is. You're just going off of how it was taught to you and how it was explained to you. There were a lot of black men who have educated themselves outside of just reading the Bible. Now, me personally, I do think that the Bible has been altered and played with. I do still believe that the Bible is the truth. It's gonna take some deep diving in to see what's what, to understand what's what. You have to have a genuine connection with the King, and that's where not only was I in life, I also understood the history of slavery and what it done when it come to trauma, when it come to us not liking each other, when it come to how we're against each other, how we are behind financially, where we are mentally, things that we enjoy and love, and what our pleasures are, and how not focused we be are at times. I can understand how a black man or a black woman could get to the point in life where you're bitter and you're angry because you're starting to see with an open eye. You're starting to hear what's really going on, instead of thinking that life is just peaches and cream, and the truth of the matter is that we just underprivileged and treated a certain type of way in this country, and that's just what it is, point blank, period. So hearing what he's saying, and then he said they burned with him. I got the rest of the story. They set the house on fire, and the old man couldn't get out the house because he was in the bed. He was in the bed, knocked out, intoxicated, burnt the house down. And the neighbor seen it, which the neighbor was white, and called the police on him. Then he further told me that while fighting the case, his brother ended up unaliving himself. So he lost his brother before he made it to the penitentiary. He lost his auntie, lost his mama, and all of that. He feel, you know what I'm saying? And he felt some type of way, which I understood it. Now, my dad also explained to me, they moved Pickle because he come from Morgan County. I want to tell y'all that part. He come from Morgan County off of maximum security because he got to fighting with the police, and the police he got to fighting with was supposed to be Aran Nation, and he said something disrespectful, and he called him a crunchy munch, and Aran Nation heard it. Aran Nation let the police know on he needed to take care of this, so he ended up getting the fighting with the police. They put him on Mac, and he think they move him to another camp that is considered racist, which was Morgan County and Northeast. Northeast was, you know what I'm saying, majority of it was one of them camps that you could tell that it was somewhat racist. So he said they moved him there, basically trying to punish him. So while he in there telling me the story and stuff, what's going on, Tiny comes to the cell. Pop, pop, pop. What's up, Joe T? What's going on? What's up? He popped the door. He said, man, come on in. He come in. Pop. Man, bless his ear, man. What's going on? He said, man, see what your cellar got going on. He said, so we were down there. He said, hey, Pickle, let me holler. He said, oh, appreciate. Yeah. I'm gonna take care of your business. He said, look, Joe, you gonna come down there and finish the chess game with me? I said, yeah, I'll be down there just a second. He said, all right. Appreciate that bleach, Joe. He said, oh, yeah, no problem, Pickle, no problem. He walked on down to the cell. He said, Tiny said, what's up? What's going on? He said, man, you're selling over here? He said, yeah, he just came in. He said, he tell you you get a write-up. He said, I would come down here and holler at you. He said they had to holler. He said, what get wrote up for what? Man, they been down there stealing them blue packs. So I said, here you go, just like, oh, he repeating this. And he tell the whole little situation. He said, so when we go in, I give Aran this boxer, right? Boom. I'm thinking Aran gonna secure him, you know what I'm saying? I'm guessing they caught him with him because they done locked him up, right? They had him in the cuff. He said, they what? He said, he in the cell. I said, I know, you just told me. He said he had to holler at you about something. But they had him down there. I done made it back to the unit. I'm sitting right here in the window looking, and I'm watching all the other kitchen workers come out. And then I see him walking off. I'm trying to figure out if they got him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go over there. Tyson, man, hold on real quick. He walked out of the cell, and he walked over. I said, if they put him in handcuffs 9 times 10, they found him. He said, I know, but I want to know, you know what I'm saying, what they wrote him up for. Now, when you get a write-up concerning narcotics at some camps, they gonna weigh it, they gonna take a picture of it, and in the write-up, it's gonna say what the quantity was. So if it's 10 Suboxone, it might say in the description how many Suboxones it was. You get caught with some weed, they gonna put it on the scale. They gonna take a picture of the weed that they showing what's in the write-up is they corroborate the weight that they charge you with. Because at Northeast, you get caught with narcotics or drugs of a certain amount, these folks will street charge you. And you get found guilty on that write-up, they gonna you and it probably don't even have to do nothing with being guilty of the write-up. If it's a certain amount, them folks are gonna street charge you. Now, a lot of people try to beat write-ups based on them having the quantity off in the description. For instance, let's say you got caught with an ounce of weed. If you know how much an ounce of weed weigh, let me know. You might have been in the street, so you might just be a little, you know what I'm saying, you might just be a little pothead, and you know that an ounce weigh 28, that an ounce weigh 28. So what if it was, let's say it's 16 grams on the scale, but in the write-up, it say 19. In the picture, in the description, they can fight it on the technicality and say that ain't what the weight is off. So you could try to say that it wasn't yours or it's the wrong, it don't match. You can try to fight the case. That's on the police. You got a good legal advisor, and you go in there, you have a hearing, you actually got some fight. Cause hold on, you saying you caught me with this, you saying you went down there and waited, but this is off. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. So that could be a thing. So when Tiny go down there, he come back to the cell. At this point, I'm calculating. I know my daddy calculated too. Tiny going back and forth, boom, boom, boom. Of course, they probably trying to ask him where he get that from. So at this point, I'm like, Dad, we probably need to step out of the cell or something, you know what I'm saying? Or go. He was like, what? He was like, what's going on? I was like, because if they searched him and they let him go, they probably trying to see who he communicating with. He said, you're right. He said, go over and tell Tiny. I said, I tell him, but I'm not going over there and tell him that he needs to, you know what I'm saying, go other places before he holler at you. He was like, yeah, do that real quick. So I walk out of the cell. As I'm walking, Tiny coming out. I say it. I said, man, I'll meet you downstairs, Tiny. He like, all right. He kind of already peeped what it is I'm trying to say. Pickle, hey, Joe, hey, little Joe, what we doing, man? We gonna finish it. I said, I'm finna come down there now. So I go down there to the chessboard. I go down there and sit down. Tiny walk by. I said, man, I said, who moving? He said, it's your move, Joe. It's your move. I said, man, Daddy said, don't come up there to the cell because he don't know if the police watching, you know what I'm saying, this and that. Pickle said, Pickle, police watching, boy, what going on, though? He said, when I go to, he said, hey, tell Big Joe, man, if I need to find out something when I go down there to work tomorrow, let me know that. Tell me, I keep an eye out for him. I looked at him, he looked at me, we looked at each other. You hear what I said, Dick? Tell him I keep an eye out for him. I can't keep my eye. And he said, I keep an eye for him, though. I keep an eye out for him. I said, man, I heard you, man. So I moved the piece. I said, my daddy said he don't want you to come back to the cell because he don't know if they watching him since they let him go to try to see if he tried. He was like, yeah. I caught that when you told me to go downstairs. He said, man, he said they took it from him. He said he should get a write up or whatever. He said, man, they told him not to come back down, not to come to work tomorrow too. He said they didn't fire him. He said, but they told him not to come to work tomorrow. He said, I don't know what that's about. That's the first time. So I moved the P right. Pow. He said, that's a good move right there. That's a good move. Tiny said, oh, who winning? I said, man, quit playing, man. You see who winning? Who got the less pieces on the board? Go on somewhere, Tiny, man. Go on somewhere. He said, go on. I can't focus. He said, go on somewhere. Now, what you just move again, Joe T? I said, man, you need to keep an eye on the board. You got joke, huh? You got joke. I see you just moved it right here. I just be asking you if you move so you see if you're going to be honest. I'm trying to keep you honest. That's all. I'm trying to keep you honest. That move wasn't all that anyway. Here you go. Go ahead, little Joe. Go ahead. I said, yeah, when he get the write-up, I said, man, I'm sure Pop's gonna want to know, you know what I'm saying, what the write-up is or whatever. He said, all right. So he my about. I finished the game, beat Pickle, right? My daddy come out of the cell, he go to the shower. When he go by the shower, you know what I'm saying, I look at him, I just kind of nod. He like, all right. So when we finish, he get out of the shower, he go up to the cell, I wait for him to get dressed. Boom, when I see the violation come down, I go up to the cell. He like, so what he say? I said, they say they got it. He said, did he get the write-up? I said, you know, they got a certain amount of time to serve the write-up and get it dropped. But a lot of times, stuff like that, they going to serve you the same day, probably, you know what I'm saying, through the lockdown. You're going to see them come through with the write-ups. And one thing to do in the penitentiary is keep an eye out for the write-up. Hopefully, Aran didn't tuck it and they just put him in cuffs and he say that they wrote him up when they say they called it, but they didn't write him up, it's going to look like he chose to cuff it. Now, regardless if he in the cell with Tiny or not, they both can move however they move. They could have lied because Tiny could have been in debt with somebody and made it like, you know, he got a write-up and they forgot to serve the write-up, so they got away with it the whole time. They kept it in boxes and kept it secret and did what they did, you know what I'm saying, so they can make some little money for themselves or either to pay off some debt. Penitentiary rules in effect. And regardless of how cool people are pay them kinds of penitentiary game in the penitentiary. So they come through and they serve Aran the write-up. When they serve Aran the write-up, I'm at the door. I said they serve. I said they over serve Aran the write-up now. When they come through and serve the write-up, they got all the write-ups for everybody who got a write-up in the pod that day. They gonna come through with them papers. They gonna slide them on the door. They gonna tell you boom. My dad said, all right. So when we come out from the count, I go over and see, you know what I'm saying, holler at Tiny. I'm like, what they wrote him up for? Tiny said they got him on the write-up with 5 suboxones. When he say that, I'm looking at Tiny looking at me, we looking at each other. Tiny said, what's up? I said it was supposed to be 10. Tiny said, man, Aran ain't did nothing like that, little Joe. He ain't did nothing like that. It's got to be a technicality or something. I said, well, let's go over and holler at Daddy then and tell him and see what he got to say. He's like, come on, I ain't tripping. He was like, let me holler at Aran real quick first. I said, that's probably a good idea. So he going and say it. He going to, Aran not knowing, I'm guessing what Daddy gave him. Daddy just gave it to him. So he go in and holler at Aran. Tiny come out of the cell. We walking. He said, man, he ain't know what Joe T gave him. He said, he just did what you know what I'm saying? And they called him. He said, that was it. I said, man, he said, come on, man. Don't tell me. I ain't trying to be in the middle of something between what? Your boyfriend and my daddy? Because you in the middle of it now. You is in the middle of it, my boy. And I'm telling you, if my daddy give any kind of, listen to me. I'm gonna John Claude at the I'm gonna hook him right then and now. And then I'm gonna go over to Aran and I'm gonna do him the same. Where is them other 5 suboxes at, man? Cause y'all playing these reindeer games here, and ain't nobody finna be playing these games. So we go on to say a time, man, bless his say, man, Joe T, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna tell you now. Your son just told me it was supposed to be 10 suboxes. It's only 5 on the right of my dad said, go get Aran right now. I said, hold on. I said, he don't need to be. He said, man, I don't care nothing about him, none of that. He said, if it's 5, he said, go give me the write-up, Tiny. Go give me the write-up. He leave out of the cell. He said, boo, it was 10 suboxes. I know it was 10 suboxes because I counted them individually and then I wrapped them up myself. So I know I ain't crazy. I'm getting old, but I ain't losing my mind. It was 10 suboxes, and he ain't finna come over here and tell me that it was only 5, like I just miscounted or something. So where is them other 5 suboxes at? Because he did have enough time to do whatever it was he was gonna do. I went through the pat down. He in the back of the line. So he had enough time to cuff them suboxes. I said, Dad, I don't know. Hold on, man. You need to check your tone, man. What you got? Ain't nobody hollering at you, man. I'm just saying, what he think I'm stupid or something? I said, you still yelling. Tiny tap on the door. Hey, come on, Tiny. Man, here go right up right here, my daddy. Man, I'm telling you, Joe T, I know Aran ain't that crazy. He ain't gonna do nothing like that. He know he can come over here, ask you for anything, ask me for anything. Why would he steal 5 suboxes? My dad said, on the paperwork right here, it say that it's 5 suboxes. I know it was 10. My dad reached in the phone, pulled out the phone, and he called the brother who at the top of the hill. Hey, Jay, what's going on with you, G? Man, how many suboxes you asked me for the other day? 10. I still need them too. He said, man, I'm gonna call you back right now. I ain't trying to do that. My daddy hang up the phone. I know I counted 10 suboxes. It's only 5 on this write-up. Tiny, I want my money. He said, man, Big Joe, I'm telling you, man, Aran would have told me. Soon as I went in there and asked him what was going on with the write-up, he was just telling me the situation that you passed. He said, man, I don't think he got it. He said, so who got it? Why is it only 5 on this paperwork? Why is it only 5 on this paperwork? Now, the boy Farmer is at the top of the hill. He don't come down on the bottom of the hill unless they doing something. He down there with the paint crew or somebody that he worked with, a supervisor or something. He don't come down there. So at the top of the hill, this had already been going on. And you can research it. I'm positive it's online about Northeast. It was a bus up there. I think the feds got involved. The captain of the penitentiary got fired. It was a few of them. I want to say one of the wardens was involved when it came to this dude, Farmer, because these folks was making money. The captain of the jail was bringing in stuff it was a whole crew of them involved. They giving this stuff to Farmer, and he supplying the whole compound. But he normally only fooled with the Aryan nation to an extent. He wasn't biased or race, but he fooled a lot with the Aryan nation. Pickle worked down there, so Pickle can kind of, see what's going on, see what's happening and stuff. What was happening was they was catching people with stuff, taking it down to the evidence locker. It's getting down to the evidence locker where the captain at. He busting it open. They getting a write-up. He taking stuff out and he giving it to Farmer like he bringing the stuff in off the streets, which was safer and probably smarter to an extent of the captain in his mind. He thinking, shoot, I ain't even got a risk coming through nothing. All that they getting caught with stuff and they in cahoots. So they taking the stuff, repackaging it, and then giving it to Farmer. Farmer giving it to the Aryan nation. But ain't nobody caught on. Only the people was cool with the write-ups being off to an extent because they ain't getting street charges. Why it's happened? But it ain't been a whole lot of them. It's been 4 or 5 and it's been pretty spread out. And people done said the same thing. So it don't look like somebody consistently just taking stuff and do. It don't look like that. It looked fairly innocent as, man, that happened the same thing with bro. They said, went down there trying to, you know what I'm saying? But I know I got caught with him. It was a brother. One of the G's, I can't remember brother's name. 2 ounces of weed. 2 ounces of weed. They catch him. He know it's 2 ounces of weed. When the write-up come, it's only like 17 grams that's weighed on the thing. It's a police officer who kind of knew what was going on too. So when he get the write-up, he mad because he wondering where the weed at. He at the top of the hill where farm at. But at the same time, he glad I'm going to go and eat that because it ain't a street charge. So one of the police officers come and tell him what he thought was going on, black dude, what he thought was going on because he been around certain officers outside of work, been on the phone with certain officers. He hip to what's going on with Farmer. Farmer is off limits. Do not search him. Do not bother him. When he walking on their yard, you do not search Farmer. You will be removed from your position on that yard. Farmer gonna move freely. Do not touch that man. If he getting searched, it's by somebody who within the squad and they doing what they doing to make it look a certain way. But you do not bother Farmer, and they running it more so like Farmer's an informant. He more so a worker for the administration, more so than him and the administration working together. So when the officer tell him this, he's supposed to be sending some of that weed down to some of the brothers down on the other end. They thinking bruh done did something. They think he lying the same way my daddy thought Aran was lying. So when the brothers and help them come in, they come in the cell and they explaining the situation. They was like, man, brother them had already bought some weed from bruh, you know what I'm saying? They ended up busting bruh with the weed. Bruh them say they seen them run in, they got the weed. Bruh explained the situation right off the bat. Bruh get the write-up, you gotta report minors and majors. If you've been affiliated, you already know what I'm talking about. If you was GD, you gotta show the body what it is you got wrote up for. They want to make sure you ain't telling. They want to make sure it is what it is, so they'll know what's going on. On the write-up, it's only showing, they showing the picture, it's 17 grams on there. Bruh them saying they done bought some weed. They wait for their weed to get here. You saying all of it, it's only 17 grams on here. You saying you had 2 ounces of weed. What is going on with? So my daddy, playback, he know Pickle worked down in the area. My dad said, man, hold on real quick. He said, man, something going on, man. Hold on real quick. My dad said, boo, go down there and get Pickle for me real quick. I said, all right, hold on real second. I step out of the cell. I go knock on Pickle's cell. Hey, Pickle, what's up? What's going on? I said, man, let me holler at you real quick. He come to the door. What's going on, Joe T? You trying to see me on that chessboard? You trying to see me on that chessboard? What's going on? What's going on? I said, my dad need to holler at you real quick, kind of urgent. He said, what's going on? He said, Joe T, all right? Hold on real quick. Here I go. Let me put my shoes on. Let me take these slippers off real quick. Hold on, little Joe. Hold on. Come on. Boom. He closed the door. We mob up there. The brothers that was in the cell, help them, they coming out of the cell. We come up the steps, boom, go in the cell. He, bless your cell, Joe T. What's going on, Joe T? What's up? He said, man, hey, so I gotta, you remember that day you and my son, I come in, he like, yeah, I'm down there punching on your son on that chessboard too. He think he sleep. He beat me there, he beat me. He said, no, I need you to pay attention to me real quick, people. He said, so something happened down there in the kitchen. I had to have somebody hold something. They got a write-up. I already know where you're going with it, Joe T. I already know where you're going. The write-up was out. He said, yeah. He said, why is it? He said, they making mistakes. What they doing? He was like, it's been several people up there at the top of the hill that done said the same thing. And people been talking a lot. See, it's getting a little weak because the Aran Nation been having stuff up there. But they been going to different affiliations and saying they gonna get stuff thrown over the fence and they waiting and this and that and they want to get in. They been doing all that. He said, who they been saying they want to get? He said, man, they hollered, from my understanding, some of the G's, they hollered at the Crips, you know what I'm saying? He said, that ain't gonna make sense. They would run the spot hot like that if that's what they doing. He said, I don't believe. He said, I don't believe. He said, so I'm down there at work. I'm down there at work the other day. Hold on, Joe D, let me look. I'm down there at work the other day. He look out the door like, what, like somebody standing by the door here. I'm down there at work the other day, Joe D. So they done caught somebody. They done caught somebody with something up there. They bring the stuff down there. They give it to the captain. Me and Farmer over there doing whatever he doing with some paperwork.